Come on, England!
Do you know what they look like? Winners.
They do. That's not Nah, it's not Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. Welcome back to Double Hit, and this week we're going to be reviewing round 4. The madness that was at Murrayfield.
Crazy.
The Ireland game against Wales, which was good. And Italy's first ever win over England. So join me, Rob, and
Myself, Harry, and remember, if you like this podcast and you want to keep up to date, remember to please subscribe and comment on our videos.
90% haven't, which is weird.
Let's sort that out, boys. Let's start then. Madness at Murrayfield.
Chaos.
It was chaos.
The most... I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Aye.
I actually couldn't believe what I was watching.
Genuinely, I was in shock.
Yeah.
I was in shock. At one point, I think it was when...
Stano got that interception.
No, it was when Ben White went through, and we were really starting to pull away at that point. And I just stood with my hand on my head and couldn't believe what was happening. There's actually been a bit much debate on this, in my opinion, whether this is the best Scottish performance or not. And this is something that I'd actually like to talk about and get a conversation going with, right? Surely that is the best Scottish performance ever.
The only one that I can think that's better than that is potentially the England game 2 weeks ago and England 2018.
I'm just going to say that England games don't count anymore though. Because this is more than just beating England.
I can't think of a better performance.
This was one of the informed teams in the world, and we put 50 on them. And I know that they got 40 points, but
people have been saying like online that that's worrying, and to me I'm like, right, we put 50 on France. They'd conceded like 32 points before this game. And then we just put 50 on them.
Yeah.
And we were down 14 men. The boys would have been fucked from the shift that they just put
guys out of position.
Guys out of position. Jack Dempsey was on the wing.
And France were always
going to
come back.
Do something.
They were always going to score tries.
Like, was that when they got the bonus point, you're like, but then you're just like, that was bound to happen.
Yeah.
This French team's attack is unbelievable. And you just think, for me, it's the greatest Scottish performance I've seen in my life.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you think about, right, the last time that France were playing this good, look at what South Africa had to do to them to beat them.
Yeah.
And it was by 1 point, and the game was, again, chaos.
And arguably this is a better France side.
Aye, it is a better
This
France
is probably... We're always guilty for talking about golden era of Scottish rugby.
Golden era of France.
Exactly. This is the golden era of French rugby.
Everyone has been bumming them up, saying how good, and we have, because they have been incredible. And I thought, I said by 3, I'd never thought that it would have been a 90 point game, and we would have put 50 points on France.
I'm really glad that we kind of named the direction it was going to go in, that Scotland had to play their game.
Amazing.
To be able to win that game. We had to play our A game, and they did. And the boys fronted up in the breakdown, didn't get turned over once.
How crazy is that stat?
That is unbelievable.
I know.
Penalties.
4 penalties. The full game, 4 penalties.
So people saying it's not the best Scottish performance ever, you need to look at these stats across the board. Yes, we leaked those tries at the end.
The game was won.
The game was done. It was completely done. So it was a game of 3/3. And shout out to my friend Johnny, who actually said that. He was at the game, and that was his comment. I was like, it was a game of 3/3. First third, very competitive game, but we edged it out. Second third, we pulled away, and last third, it really was. Guys were gubbed. France was coming back, and we'd won. The game was done.
The game was completely done at that point. And for me, the way the boys played, just going back to what you said, with the way that we played, the way Scotland should play.
Yeah.
Like, that is fast and loose, attack. We didn't take our foot off. Whereas in games gone by, when we've built a lead like that, we're terrified to lose the game.
Argentina, for example.
Whereas they're like, nah, we want to keep going. And you see what happens when we pressurise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, instead of going for points, we were kicking at the kicking for the corner.
And that made a big difference when we were on 47 and Finn kicked those 3 points. That made all the difference because it stopped France getting a losing bonus point.
Exactly. But I just think what the point I'm making is that instead of us going to an attritional game or kicking for territory, we thought, no, we're going to keep attacking. Penalties were coming up, we were going for corner, line out, maul, phase play, try. And we just kept on doing that over and over again.
Line out, 100%.
Brilliant.
Unbelievable line out accuracy.
We'll get on to how disheartening it is that Scott Cummins and Gregor Brown are out. But
we'll stay in the positives just now. So, I mean, we obviously gave Gregor a lot of heat at the start after the Italy game, and we probably need to address that. Whenever you're a rugby fan, you really need to go off current performances and what you're actually seeing and the word evidence I use quite a lot.
Like you're saying, we were going off of what the evidence we had from the previous autumn and then the England-Italy game. Whereas now,
Gregor's proved that things are clicking, things are coming together. And this is what we've always known Scotland had the ability to do. And it was a forward pass or a knock on or a turnover here or there, not executing the 22. Whereas these last 3 games, we've been clutch. And it seems like things are coming together. And it really gives us faith that going into Dublin on Saturday, it's not going to be an inevitable result of what it usually is against Ireland.
Something I really like that Gregor said was that the Italy game had to happen. So everyone's like, oh, but if we won the Italy game, we'd be going for a Grand Slam. But it's like, no, because that's not the story.
Nah.
The story is that the Italy game actually had to happen because we could have beaten Italy and then lost to England. We'd have probably lost that game in Wales.
We would have lost to Wales. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We would have lost that game because Italy, we were hurting from that game in Rome and lessons were learned. And then England, we always play well against England, but the grit was demonstrated against Wales.
And Wales came out firing, and Wales just proved again that they're actually they're good now.
They've improved a lot.
And so that Wales game now makes it look like, oh no, that was a ground win. We ground that out, and they just look. I've never seen them play like this.
No.
3 games in a row on the bounce now, and for it to accumulate with that France game, you're like, oh shit, we can actually go and beat Ireland here, and I genuinely believe we can go beat them.
100%.
Before we need, me and you, Glasgow fans, we know how good Kyle Steyn is.
I was just about to say.
He must be top 3 winger in the world now.
Unbelievable. Kyle Steyn is in form winger in the world. He's not the fastest, but his game IQ,
decision making,
unbelievable.
He just does everything right every time he gets the ball.
Yeah.
His defensive reads are impeccable. His work rate is so good. I was listening to Paolo Garbisi talk about TNT, like takes no talent.
Aye.
Kyle Steyn is the epitome of TNT.
Aye.
He just is so good at the things. It takes no talent. The chasing back, the chasing for high balls, the defensive reads. Well, obviously it takes talent, but the going in and melting people. Like the Dupont running back for that try. He didn't need to do it, but he does it.
Yeah.
He got the gas from it, but he's a leader, and you just wonder what he is actually doing for that Scotland team as well when he's playing like that.
He's pretty inspirational. Like, he's obviously inspiring people, and he leads from the front, and he's always involved. Also, but Darcy Graham, man, he just operates in sheer chaos.
He's so good at just like finding a gap when the play's broken up.
Aye.
The way he slots, he just slides through the field. It's like both of his tries were like that.
Do you think Finn meant to drop that ball?
He meant that drop. It throws the defence off and then pops it up.
He is.
Aye, that's it. Finn's that skilled. He meant the mistake to do something from it.
He had a pretty up and down game, and you know he made some errors, but generally Finn had a really strong game.
It's weird when you watch it. When you were watching that, it wasn't like Finn was standout.
No,
the full team. Sione battering ram again.
Oh,
man.
Brilliant!
He was so good. He stepped up as captain.
He did.
Steno, Graham, Kickenhorn played well. The forwards were just outstanding. They were immense. Jack Dempsey, every time he carries, he's just making yards. Xander coming off the bench. It worked.
Great call.
great call from
Probably need to do
Gregor.
that again this week.
Darcy Ray held his own in the scrum. We actually looked like melting him a few times.
Yeah.
And Tide Furlong right now can't stay on his feet. So I think we're going to target their scrum right now. But I just think the Gregor, it makes you see how resilient that man must be. He has got some amount of flack over the last 4 weeks or so from the At Italy game, or even in the autumn. And for him to then produce the performances with the team that he has the last 3 weeks has been outstanding.
I think a big point that everyone keeps making is that the players are clearly behind them, and you need and that's probably the biggest thing with coaching is having the guys behind you. If you've not got the team, if you lose a locker room, the team's shite. But
that's not happened.
It's never going to happen either. So let's touch on the intensity of the forwards, man. Unfortunately, we're recording this on Monday after the game, and it does look like initial reports are suggesting that Gregor Brown...
No, it's gone. He's gone.
Aye.
They're back to club. So like they'll be done.
Aye. So
Gregor Brown and Scott Cummins back to club for
huge
Glasgow. So
huge hit for us.
Double hit. It's a double whammy. But it's they've been so the focal point to how that's worked, and you just see the line out difference from Gilco starting week 1 to then Gregor Brown week 2. It's like, oh shit, like what's going to happen?
It's just throws a big spanner in the works. So you're looking at Gilchrist and Max Williams starting,
and then probably Alex Samuel has been called up on the bench, or Johnny Gray.
They're just not the same options as Scott Cummins and even Gregor Brown.
Remotely. It would be like if one of them was gone, you'd be like, oh shit. But now the two of them, you're like, it really
it's a big.
hurts.
It does, it's like a 10% decrease in our performance.
But then initially it was Hugh Jones and Steno.
Luckily, yeah.
But they're both being cleared now.
Which they're obviously more instrumental to the way that we attack.
But for defence, like Gregor Brown and Scott Cummins are just so...
We're just going to really need Gilchrist and
Max Williamson
to step up.
Might not even be Max Williamson. They might take Johnny Gray in straight into
and
start.
Samuel on the bench or something.
But it's like, that's really affecting us. The only thing I would say is that thank God it's none of the back row, because our back row has been fucking
right now.
Immense the last 3 weeks. Like Jack Dempsey, Rory Darge, Matt Fagerson.
Darge is a monster, man.
I think all three of them, they're just like this crew that just smash it up no matter where they are.
Feeding off each
Whether
other.
it's for Glasgow or for Scotland, they are just hard as bloody nails, they three, man.
So I'm going to say that we're guaranteed third. We've got 3 victories. I'm going to say that even if we lose on Saturday, that I'm going to probably say this has been a successful
It's
campaign.
been level.
Yeah.
It's the minimum.
Acceptable.
It's been acceptable.
Yeah.
And we just want to be realistic. Do I want us to go in and win on Saturday? Of course. Do I think we're going to win on Saturday? Yeah.
I do think
I actually think we're going to win.
Yeah.
I think we actually will win on Saturday. I think the momentum we're taking into this, the boys look just different. They look like different men right now compared to what they did in the autumn.
Do you know what they look like? Winners.
They do.
They look like winners that are going to grind out games.
But we're sticking to our style of play.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what Ireland do, because they normally nullify that.
If I was Ireland, I'd be worried right now.
Aye, so would I. But I think we're going into this on Saturday. I don't think we've ever had a better opportunity of beating Ireland. If we beat Ireland, that's more than an acceptable campaign.
Oh, mate.
4 wins out of 5.
Second place.
And then you look at our fixtures for next year have came out. They line up pretty well.
Yeah, they do.
And the momentum and the confidence that we're going to have this, we would be on a 4-game win streak, won a Triple Crown for the first time in 36 years,
Unreal, mate.
Beat Ireland for the first time since 2017, 11-game win streak, a losing streak against them. That would be more than a successful campaign.
Listen, we say this every time we play Ireland, but this is a good opportunity to turn them, and I think that we can turn them. So, what are you thinking? Prediction?
I mean, I said Scotland by 2 against France. It turned out 10, but I didn't realise it was going to be 50 to 40.
Aye.
I'm going to say Scotland by 5.
I'm saying Scotland by 5. I think that the way that we're playing right now, there seems to be that aspect of togetherness, winning this gritty. It's just if we can front up. Ireland are going to try and, like you said, nullify our open play with power, but we've proved in the Six Nations that we can match that.
You know what is going to be a mouth-watering matchup? Sione and Stuart McCluskey.
Mate, I'm sorry. Sione, I get what you're saying, but Sione is...
It's more the contact.
Man.
I'm looking forward to McCluskey seeing if he can run that channel.
Nah.
And I'm looking forward to Sione
smashing him.
I want to see that happen.
Aye.
We obviously... It's been the breakdown has been our biggest point of difference with Ireland, and then they just years gone by just dominate us with power, but I just can't see that happen. We just done that against that French pack.
Going on to Ireland, a few tries.
Sorry, before we go into Ireland, can we talk about that fucking eye gouge that Angus Gardner missed?
I mean, I don't know how they're missing that eye gouge.
He's literally looking at it. It's next to the ball. He has his ball there, hands on eye, and he's missed it.
He's going to get cited for it.
I think he's already been put to the side.
No, but like he's going to get a ban.
That's like, I think entry level for eye gouging is like 8 weeks.
It's ridiculous. Every time we play France, they do something dirty.
But then who was the first try? Ada Sogba.
Aye.
Dupont, when he stripped the ball, before he went to that contact area with Tuipulotu, he high tackle.
Aye.
He smashed it head on head.
Yeah.
Like that should have been a yellow card.
Aye.
And I just think the officiating sometimes can be quite frustrating. But anyway, we won.
Ireland. So
Ireland.
Yeah. I was about to say
you know what we'll be doing, but we'll be fucking singing God Save the King on Saturday night.
Aye, you will be, but
God save.
I don't even know the words. But Ireland weren't. They didn't fill me with utter fear that they're going to be the Ireland of old. Like even Wales are obviously improved, but I mean, let's be honest. It was 2 tries that shouldn't have been tries.
I mean, that was a forward pass.
Enough
for Osborne.
Yeah.
It was clearly Stockdale. Or should I say Charles Bronson, because he actually looks
and then
like
Conan didn't ground that.
Well, so someone's commented that he wasn't in control. Sorry, you don't need to be in control. So when you're putting the ball down, you don't need to be in control, which I just think is another stupid rugby rule. Oh, it doesn't matter if you don't lose contact with the ball. It's like, shut up.
No.
If you're not in control, you're not in control. But anyway, that's the laws. How could you say that there's not separation if he's putting it down with his wrists?
Yeah.
But there was an obstruction before it for Conan to go through. So straight away, 2 tries that are nullified that should have been chalked off.
Yeah.
And then Wales would have won. And it also
the greatest prop try ever.
Unbelievable.
That was brilliant.
Carry.
Oh, brilliant.
Have you seen some of the pictures about his face whilst he's running?
Ah, he's pure giggling.
He's like laughing because he knows he's just scored the best prop try of all time.
It was outside the 22.
He just pushed Balakoon out the way as if it was like a child and then straight to the line, man.
Good, man.
Brilliant.
So, Ireland are obviously facing us this week, and Wales have got Italy.
What a game that was.
That's going to be good.
I'm looking forward to that.
I think Wales will win. I think Wales have this victory in them. I think Italy we'll touch on the England-Italy game after, but Italy are looking great and they're settled. Wales have a victory in them and they're back at the Millennium Stadium.
You know what's so annoying? See if Wales got one more bonus point, and if Wales won,
England could get the wooden spoon.
England could have got the wooden spoon.
Mate,
that's mental, isn't it?
We'll touch on England in a minute, but predictions for Italy-Wales?
I reckon it could be like a highest scoring, maybe like 25-20 or something. It'll be both good defences.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Wales by 5. I hope they sell a fuck ton of tickets.
I think they'll sell out. I think they'll sell out. I'm going to say Wales by 10.
I'm really something I want to. People have been comparing Wales constantly, like almost sympathising with them, like feeling sorry for them. It's like, stop feeling sorry for them. They're elite athletes.
Yeah.
Wales as a nation have won Grand Slams in 6 Nations.
Yeah.
Like they've
in the
won
last
it.
10 years.
Aye.
Yeah.
Like, they won a fucking in 2020.
What about us?
I know, we've never fucking won in.
And everyone hates us because we're like the plucky, arrogant
But
losers.
I feel, see, when you keep the boy, they must just keep them in this perpetual loop of like, oh, we used to be good and now we're shite. It's like, just go from
just
here.
move on.
Just move on. Don't live in the shadows of Dan Biggar and Jonathan Davis and Alan Wynne Jones. Just be who you are now. And who you are now, there's a clear identity there.
They look a wee bit more set.
Their defence was good, so I reckon they'll go do a good run here actually and potentially beat the Italianos.
Wales by 10. And just by the way, we called every single match this weekend.
Did we?
We called Ireland, Scotland and Italy.
Aye, we did.
I called it all. I also put a bet on it.
Aye, we did. That was a good bet. Well,
man.
I put the bet on and you copied me.
Aye, because you told me the odds. I was like, they're juicy.
Aye, it was. So we put on England to lose and then Scotland to win.
Usually you would say you put on Italy to win, not England to lose.
I know, I don't know why I said it.
So, yeah, on to that game then. England v Italy.
Brilliant game.
Italia.
Italia.
What's this song?
That's not
Nah, it's not.
Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
So, what a game.
Before we say anything else, Menoncello, he's a superstar.
Best centre in the world.
Aye,
He's
I'd say so right now.
again called it. Said that the centre is going to be a predicament for
That try,
that game.
that last try, getting
Brilliant,
that ball, smashing the boy down inside, try, brilliant.
He's a complete centre. He's everything you want in a
They
centre.
look composed.
Yeah.
So that last bit, England, what was it, like 17, 18, 10?
Yeah.
And then Italy just didn't force a try, 2 penalties in a row,
Kick their
get up
points.
to 16. They looked controlled, they looked calm, they looked like they knew they were going to win it.
Aye.
And England now, Jesus, staring down the barrel of their worst Six Nations.
Do you know something? This Six Nations has been amazing.
It's been the greatest Six Nations.
And
there's
can you
ever been.
imagine Italy start getting really good, Wales start coming back, and we've got like this proper juicy Six Nation competition.
So if at the start of the Six Nations, if you said to us, me and you were talking and you said England are only going to win one game and it's against Wales, you'd be like, no way.
Yeah.
If you said to us, you're going to win 4 out of 5 games, your only loss is going to be to Italy, you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know, man.
And if you said that Italy could win 3 games, you'd be like, no way.
Mate, it's unreal.
It's all happened. There's been the best, and that Ireland were going to pump England at home. You'd be like, no chance. And then France were going to pump Ireland. It has been the best Six Nations.
And that's the thing. There's going to be more upsets to come this weekend.
I mean, there could be.
There's going to be.
I wouldn't be surprised if any of the results
I think
swung either way.
Jumping back to England, I think if you're an England fan right now, you need to start actually questioning where this team's going, because it doesn't look like Steve Borthwick has a plan B. It doesn't look like he's going to change his opinion on what it is.
They're happy with him.
They've said they're supporting him.
Bill
So
Sweeney
you've
said
really
that.
got to question the direction this team's going to go in, and that also comes from the leadership. Where's the leadership coming from?
I mean, that was the whole thing why they didn't bring on the subs earlier, is because Marrow came off and Jamie George was the only leader in the
fort
park.
down.
You just think, like, imagine you couldn't bring on like Cowan Dickey, a British and Irish Lion, because
But you're not.
You don't have leader.
Mate, the depth that England have, the player pool that they have,
The coaching pool they have.
they should not be in this predicament.
It is wild. They could have had Andy Farrell head coach, Sean Edwards defensive coach.
You really need to start asking questions of the
How's that not
RFU
happened?
here. Is this problem purely Steve Borthwick?
And you got to think as well, at least Scotland, we have a Scottish coach who we've captured early, and they're already looking at Greg Laidlaw coming through, and he will probably end up being our national coach at some point in the future. So it's like we identify coaches very early, nurture them, and then they'll end up
Bring them
being
back,
in somewhere. England, how have you not let Andy? They let Andy Farrell go after Stuart Lancaster.
Yeah.
It's like, how Why have you done that?
And then look what he's done with Ireland.
And then Sean Edwards coached Wales for how many years and then done it the same for France. It makes Henry Pollock look like an absolute pallet now.
Aye, it
and
does.
a dafty, because you only bring that confidence if you're actually winning things.
And now you're in the wooden spoon contender.
Well, they can't win it.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Aye, they could have. Like, they're going out there and they're playing a shite form of rugby, and they're getting into these positions in games where they're trailing.
Mm-hmm.
So then, well, even when Mario did that, they were ahead.
I know.
So it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I just can't understand with England's backline how you don't have a better attack.
Crazy, mate.
It's wild.
Crazy. I think that, like, analytics obviously come into certain aspects of sport, right?
He does it the most, doesn't he?
Way too much, because I don't actually understand how, obviously everything comes down to numbers, but the amount of variations of the way a rugby ball can bounce, because, like, he's all kick, chase, kick, chase, kick, chase. You cannot control that, surely. You can't mitigate that. I know South Africa do it, but they
Royd Africa.
Royd Africa. We're not even going there, man. Royd Africa. It's a weird brand of rugby that they're playing. They have so much potential and they're not living up to it. And I think that they've only got themselves to blame, and their culture and attitude.
There needs to be an attitude shift for them now, because if I was a coach and I saw Henry Pollock, Tommy Freeman and Freddie Stewart doing that fucking stupid dance like they did, I would have been like, mate, what the fuck are you doing?
All that
They're
said, but
doing it to grow a profile, and Finn Smith
yeah,
to grow a profile, and obviously you can understand it, but only be doing that shit if you're winning, man.
all that being said, but
Come on, England! Come on, England! Come on, England!
I know, man.
Sweet chariot.
Nah, man, I can't go that far. Right, prediction: England v France.
Aye, France.
Nah, France
But
by.
I think England could do it,
England
man.
can win if they front up properly and they play their style and things click for them. They can win. Do I think they're going to win? No. I think it's going to be France by 15.
As long as they don't let them get a bonus point. And it is funny because I've been talking to people about this like all weekend. Oh, we need France to do this. It's like, we need to beat Ireland first.
We just need.
We need
focus
to
on Ireland.
beat Ireland and then we can go from
Yeah.
there. Let's not get carried away from ourselves.
Yeah.
And I was actually speaking to my neighbour earlier and he was like, I know, and it makes you think about that Italy thing. And I'm like, don't think about it. Don't think about
That
it.
had to happen. Like you said.
It's part of the story. This is what I'm telling myself to reassure myself. But this is sport. If we win on Saturday then lose because France win, that's sport.
Yeah.
That is ultimately sport. It is a complete meritocracy, and it's why I love it. It's savage, it's brutal, it's unfair, but you know what? None of us would watch it if there was no jeopardy.
And we're looking forward to it.
Super Saturday. The best Super Saturday there's ever been.
It's going to be class.
Categorically. It will be shite if we lose first, but still.
Anyway,
thanks for watching.
yeah, no, thank you for joining us. If you made it this far again, please give us a subscribe. Rob will be dropping his preview
on Thursday.
video on Thursday. And yeah, come on, Scotland. We can do this.
See you next week.
See ya.
When we're champions.